you for the brave peoples that are here now. My name is Philippe Charrière, and I will explain you how to give some powers to Go application thanks to WebAssembly and some other tools. As you guess, I'm French because my nice accent and my special English. I will speak about WASM, WASI, limitation of WebAssembly, WASIRO, XTism, and I will do some demonstration. This morning, Francesco Romani did some, already addressed some part of this presentation, but I need to speak again about this in a different way. So, what is WebAssembly? WebAssembly is a kind of bytecode. Initially, it was to be executed into the browser by the JavaScript virtual machine. And WASM is polyglot. That means you can run, you can build WASM with various languages like Go, Rust, C, C++, Zig, AssemblyScript, Swift, and other language. And something very important, WASM is safe. That means that you cannot do more than the security policies of a browser. So you won't have any security issue with a WASM module inside the browser. WASM is not a replacement for JavaScript, so don't plan to rewrite all your JavaScript application because the virtual machine is really well optimized, so sometimes it will be useless. WASM is a complement to JavaScript to create application with near-native speeds like game, for example, or you can create complex application that will run into the browser. And WASM in the browser, with WASM in the browser, we can already do some application really amazing, like Google Earth, without any plugin. So the last version of Google Earth is running in the browser without installing anything. I think I can spend hours on it because it's really, really good. And my favorite example with the browser is StackBlitz. StackBlitz did a web IDE, but the crazy thing is not the web IDE, it's the bottom part of the screenshot. It is, they did a subset of operating system with WASM, and this operating system is able to run Node.js applications. So, but it's inside the browser. If you switch off the Wi-Fi, you can run your application into your browser. WASM has a lot of quality and essentially the speed, the efficiency. WASM is safe, as I said before. WASM is versatile. You can create a wide range of applications. And WASM is portable. And for all these qualities, people want to be able to run WASM outside the browser. I don't know if the same in Italy, but each time we spoke about this song, everyone has in his mind for all the day. So how to free WASM from the browser? We can do it thanks to WASI. WASI means WebAssembly System Interface. It's a set of standard and specification that explain how to run WASM code, but not in the browser, in various contexts, thanks to WASI runtime or WASM runtime, compliant with the WASI specification. Sorry. There are a lot of use cases. For example, you can create CLI application, so application running in a terminal. You can create plugin for application like ZeliJ. ZeliJ is like Termux, and you can create new features with WASM. Or LabCE, it's a Rust source code editor. Some databases are proposing you to create user-defined function with WebAssembly. You can create filters for Envoy. Some companies are proposing function as a service platform, like Fermion Cloud. They provide cloud services and on-premise platform. It's the same for Wasm Cloud. Shopify provide function as a service thanks to Wasm. And there are probably a lot of other use cases. We have at least 3 ways to run Wasm program outside the browser. The first is to use the CLI of a Wasm project, a WASI project. A Wasm runtime project, sorry. The second one is to use the SDK of the Wasm runtime project, so you can create your own application that will run Wasm program. And some company like Spin from Fermyon, Fermyon is the company and is providing the Spin application. It's a little HTTP server that allow to run Wasm program as microservices. And it's the same with Wasm Worker Server, Wasm Cloud, and other application or company. So they provide a ready-to-use application. So you don't care how to create the host application. You just have to develop the Wasm program. There are already a lot of Wasm runtime or WASI runtime, like Wasm Edge, Wasm Time, Wasmer. They are the most well-known runtime. And Wasiro, it's my favorite because it's written in Go without any dependency. Node.js embed its own Wasm runtime too. So I will do a first demonstration. I use cut snippets because I have no memory, I'm too old. And I use TinyGo to build the WASI program because I think it's the best way to create WASI program. So I have to go to my... So I will create a very simple Wasm program. I will add a add function. You need to create, you need to add export annotation. Then at the compilation, the function will be visible by the host application. I will add a hello function. And that's it. So I will build my WASI program. So you see the size of the Wasm file is very small, and I will call the add function with the Wasm Edge CLI. So I add 38 plus 4, and I get the appropriate result. Okay, it's a silly example, but it works. If I try to call the hello function, I have an error because, in fact, there are some limitation with Wasm, and one of these limitations is that you can use only numbers to call a function, and the function can only return one number. So to pass a string as an argument to a function is a little bit tricky, and it's the same thing if you want to return a string. The solution is to exchange data between the Wasm program and the host application. And for that, we have the shared memory buffer. It's a part of memory shared between the host application and an instance of the Wasm program. So, for example, I use pseudocode. It's almost Go, but simpler. If you want to copy a string to the memory, you need to, with the host application, so on the left of the screen, allocate memory. So you have the size of the string. You get the position of the string in the memory, and you will call the Wasm function, and the parameter will be the position and the size of the string in the memory. Then, on the Wasm module side, the function is able to read the memory because it gets the position and the size of the string in the shared memory. The function will create, for example, a new string to return a value. Then again, the Wasm function needs to put the string into the memory for the host application and return a kind of value. You cannot return two values, in fact. So you need to pack the position and the size into only one value. For this, you need to do some bit manipulation. Then the host application is able to get this value, to extract the position and the string, to read the memory, and then to print the string. It's a little bit complicated just for a hello world, for example. If you want to develop your own CLI, you need to handle all this limitation, and you have to develop all the plumbing. If you want to do it with Go, Was0 is probably the best solution. It's a runtime with zero dependency written with Go. And you should read the code of the sample. The samples are very instructive. So I will try to do a CLI with Was0. Is the code readable? Yeah? Cool. So I will start to create a CLI. And then WASM module. So I need to create an instance of the Was0 runtime. So Was0 provide all you need to do that with the new runtime method. I explained that I will use a runtime compliant with the WASI specification. Then I will load my WebAssembly module. When the module is loaded, the file is loaded, I can instantiate the WASM program or the WASM module. With the instantiate method. I will use malloc and free function. They are automatically exported by the TinyGo compilation, so you don't have to implement it. And I will use it to reserve, to allocate place in the shared memory. I need reference to my hello function. So the hello function will be in the WASM program or WASM module. No, I can pass all the parameters. Sorry. So to pass the parameters, I need my string. I need the size of the string. Then I can allocate memory for the string. So now I have the position of the string into the memory. And I can copy my string into the memory. So I have all what I need to call my function. So this is the function reference. I call it with the position of the string and the size of the string. Into the result variable, I will get a value, and I will extract with the bit manipulation the position and the size of the return value in the memory. And then I can read it and print it. So I read the memory, I read the value from the memory, and I will display the return value of the function. So the CLI is developed with Go and with the Was0 runtime here. Now I will create the function. So the WASM function needs some helpers to read the memory and copy value to the memory. I didn't invent this. I find it in the Was0 project. So it's to read the memory, to copy data in the memory. No, it's the same. And you see here I concatenate the position and the size in only one value. Now I can create my hello function. So the hello function will read the memory thanks to the position value and the size of the value. It will create a new message. Then it will copy the message into the memory, will get the position size and return the position size. So I will build it. And I will run the CLI to call the function. And of course, I'm lucky, it works. But it's a little bit complicated for only a string. But you should try Was0, it's very instructive, honestly. But sometimes your application will be more complicated and you will need to make, for example, HTTP request, and Wasm cannot do HTTP request right now. You can have only sockets, so you need to implement everything, and it's boring. You can need some Redis request or use other protocol like MQTT or NATS, and for that, we have the host functions. The host functions are developed and defined inside the host application, not in the Wasm file. And then the Wasm program can import the host function and use it. But when the Wasm file will use the host function is executed by the host application and not by the Wasm program. So if the host application is slower than the Wasm program, your program will be slower. So it's the case if you use Node.js, for example. If your Wasm program is in Rust and the host application is with Node.js, every time the Rust program calls the host function in Node.js, the speed will be slower. So the host function is embedded in your application source code, and your application embed the Wasm runtime too. Your Wasm program, you will be able to call the host function, but for this you need to develop some helpers to read the memory, copy the memory, do bit manipulation like I did with Was0 before. The problem is if you want to use several languages, you need to develop the helpers for every language you use. So I did only for TinyGo, but I don't want to do it for Rust, Zig, and the other language. It's too long, and I think it's complicated. But there is a solution, or there is another way. It's XTism. It's my favorite framework because they have the best logo of the world. I have the T-shirt too. And I'm a fan of Lovecraft and of hard rock, so it's perfect for me. XTism is a Wasm plugin system for everyone. XTism is both SDKs to create host application and PDKs to create a Wasm plugin. You can see on the left part of the slide that you can create host application in a lot of languages, and less for the PDKs, but you can already use Rust, JavaScript, Go, and TinyGo, Haskell, AssemblyScript, C, and Zig. Someone is doing Zig here? No. Well, you can try, it's interesting, and after you will find Rust easy, to my mind. So let's talk a little bit about the XTism SDK. So the SDK with XTism allow you to create application, and the host application embed the WASI runtime named WasmTime. The XTism team create with Rust a library that embed, in fact, the runtime, and then for every language, they create a language wrapper. That means that you have a dependency, of course, because you need to install the libXTism. But thanks to that, you have ready-to-use host function. If you want to do a HTTP request, read files or something else, or print something in the terminal, because with Wasm you can't print something if you don't implement the print function. It's ready to use with the XTSM SDKs and PTKs. So your Wasm program can do a lot of a lot of things. XTSM provides the way to develop your own host function. So if you want to be able to use MQTT, for example, you can develop it, and it's pretty easy to do. But as I said, libXTSM is a shared library. So it's a dependency, and you must to install it to be able to use XTSM and host application and Wasm program. But they started this summer, I think. XTSM met the WAS0 team and decided to rewrite the Go SDK of XTSM with WAS0. So now we have XTSM Go SDK without any dependency. That means that you can put your application in a Scratch Docker image, for example, and you can install it everywhere. So it's the same principle, but without any dependency. How it works? It's pretty easy, but it's the same principle with the shared memory. On the left is the host application. So you just have to use the plugin call method with the name of the function and with the parameter. Most of the time it's a string, and you cast it in an array of bytes. Then the call will copy the string into the shared memory. On the Wasm side, you just have to use the impute method of the PDK to read the memory. Then you can allocate a place for a string or for a buffer for the return value, and just use output memory with the value to put the value in the memory, and then the call method of the SDK is able to read it directly. So the development with XTSM make the things a lot easier. So, demo again. I will try to write an XTSM plugin and run it with the XTSM CLI. It's provided with the XTSM framework. And after I show you other example with other language. So, to make a plugin with XTSM, a Wasm plugin with XTSM, it's easy, but it's not the good snippet. So, impute is to read the memory. So, it will read the memory. It's like if the host application pass a parameter to the function. With this, I will just display something. XTSM allows to pass some config object with JSON. So I will search value with the URL key, and then I will be able to call the URL. I will display the URL. I will use the new HTTP request method. So it's a host function provided by XTSM, and then I will do my HTTP request. And I will return a value just like this. So you see, it's less complicated than before. I will build it. So now I can call it with the XTSM CLI. And you see, I get the value of the request. Just to show you this is this. So it's pretty easy to use. If I want to create plugin with other language, so I won't develop it now, I did it before. You can do it, for example, is in Rust. The user experience of XTism with Rust is pretty good. Even if you are bad like me with Rust, it's pretty simple to use. And it works very well. So just to show you the result, because I will use it after. Sorry. So I call the function 2 times. They use the QuickJS interpreter or JavaScript engine, and they embed it into the WASM module to be able to create a JavaScript function into a WASM module. But it's interpreted. The JavaScript code is not compiled. But you gain all the safety, for example. Just check that it works. OK. Let's go back to the slide. If you want to create a host application with the XTism Go SDK, I hope you love the logo. I did it myself. It's very simple. In fact, to summarize the use of the SDK, you just have to use new plugin to create a plugin, and then you can call the function that are into the WASM module, the WASM plugin. The line before is to set up the configuration of the plugin. So I will create a Go host application with XTism. So for this, I need defined a plugin config. So you can use it to define the configuration object level to display information only for log level, or only for log or only for error, for example. The manifest is to explain where is the WASM file. Then you can create an instance of the plugin with the new plugin method. And now you have everything to call the function and display the value. So I will call the JS plugin. And it's the plugin I developed before, and I can do this, of course, with the Rust plugin. And it works. So that means you can easily create Go application and running WASM plugin did with various language. No, I don't finish with the demonstration. My favorite use case of it's a kind of addiction with WASI is to create a small HTTP server to serve WASM plugin. So I did a small example. I will provide all the source code at the end. Okay. So I used Fiber, but you can use what you want, in fact, to avoid to manage the concurrent access or to avoid memory collision. I put the instance of the plugin in a map and protect it with a mutex. So at every HTTP request with the handler, I'm not obliged to create a new instance of the plugin. I will always use the same plugin. And then my HTTP server will be a lot faster than usual. So I did all what I need to store my plugin and get my plugin. I define the config and the manifest. I create the instance of the plugin, I save it or I store it in the map, and now I can create the fiber application. And in my handler, I lock the mutex, I get the plugin, I call the function, and then I return the value, and that's it. So let's check if it works. Okay, so it's only it's less than 9 megabytes. I will start 2 instances of the server. One for serving the JavaScript plugin and the other to serving the Rust plugin. So now I can query the boss service very easily. So it's a first step for a function as a service. I don't know if the stress test is working. Yes. You see, I did benchmark with other application, and the XTSM with TinyGo is really, really fast, almost like with Rust. I think the stress test is with the Rust application. If I try with the JavaScript application, it will be it's not so bad. So I finished with the demonstration. As I said, XTSM provides the way to create host function. I won't speak about this today, but it's only a function. You have only to define a function and the type for input and the type for output. The documentation and the samples on the XTSM project are very clear. The SDKs and the PDKs are evolving, and you probably see new ones very soon, especially about Java. So I think using Go and XTSM and other languages plus WAS0 is a good idea, and you can have a lot of possibilities. For my own job, because normally I don't do WASM at GitLab, but I use it for my demonstration, my CI/CD demonstration. I did a small CLI, like the XTSM CLI, but with some more features. And for example, I load it into my pipeline, and I download only the WASM feature I need for a specific job. So my CI pipeline are a lot faster. I engage you to read the blog post of DILipso. It's the company that creates XTSM, and especially the one about PostgreSQL. They explain how to create user-defined function thanks to XTSM for PostgreSQL. And it's really easy to read, honestly. If you want to ask me a question, you can follow me on Twitter or Blue Sky, or send me an email. I had a blog on Ashnode, and I will provide the source code before the end of the day. If you don't want to install everything, you can use, I Gipodified the project, or I provide the compose file to use the Docker developer environment. And I wrote some blog posts about how to deal with the memory and WASM and Node.js to try to simplify the things. And if you want to use WAS0 or XTSM, I did a lot of tutorial with that. And I finished. So thank you for your attention. And if you have simple questions, it's now. If we have time, of course.
Yes, of course we do. First of all, thank you so much, Mr. Charrière. Yes, anyone who has any question?
I'm here tomorrow, so if you Only simple.
Yeah, it's gonna be simple. So, well, we considering to allow our users to run their code in our infrastructure because we work in a ETL or an ETL industry. So, do you think that this is the way, like that the WASM can do the encapsulation of users' code or customers' code?
Perhaps it's too soon because the WASM is not totally cooked. So if you are starting a new company, it could be a good idea, especially if you want to provide function as a service platform.
Yeah. We're looking for some encapsulation so they can
For encapsulation, it could be a good idea because
data transformation or
Shopify did it. In fact, they did it because they can provide to their customer the way to create JavaScript function, but without any issue because they know what is running on their platform.
Yeah, because this idea kind of like scares me to run someone else's code in our infrastructure. So I'm really looking for something that will do the,
Yeah, but encapsulation is a very good use case. And the iLipso did a program, I think the name is ModSurfer, to examine or parse the WASM file to detect the signature or other things before deploy it, for example, for security reasons.
Okay, cool, thanks.
Thank you.
Do you have any other question?
There is one there.
No, come on. It's okay, I'm coming.
Hello, so thank you for the presentation. I am reading XTism is built with security as a core principle. Can you please explain that? What kind of security do you have?
In fact, since the beginning, WebAssembly is meant to be safe, except probably when you are creating your on host function because you can open a kind of backdoor. But I think they write this because they had created these tools, ModSurfer, to check the security of the WASM module. But in the XTism framework, you already add some method to check different things when you load the WASM module. So I think it's why they write this. But I'm not sure, but apparently their business model is about security.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, there was another question.
Simple.
Great talk, Philippe. Thank you so much. My question is, if I wanted to call some Rust code for my Go code or Go code for my Rust code, from like one plugin to another, I would go through the host application with this architecture. Is that correct? Or
yes. You can run TinyGo code WASM build with TinyGo from a Rust application, or with Go application you can run Rust WASM file, WASM program. I'm not sure you can run a TinyGo application. You can develop a host application with TinyGo because
I'm not sure about that either. But
yeah. I tried to build the WAS0 with TinyGo, but I failed.
we'll work on that.
But my hope was to be able to run easily WASM file on the badge.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Any other question? Okay, I think we're good. Thank you again, Mr.
Thank you very
Charrière.
much for your help.
Thank you.